Hello, everyone, and welcome to my second monthly update for my Korean learning journey. So just started July, so I thought I'd go over June and what's been happening for me. I actually haven't written very much for this month. I'll be honest. I probably should have done a bit more and written down my thoughts as the days went on, but I forgot a lot about it. So I will try to do better next month, and when I have random thoughts or when I engage in certain content, that I will write more notes about what I'm thinking on each day. But I will go through everything so far that I've written down as on the days. So I revisited the start of the month. I revisited the vocab sentences. It took about 20 minutes. So I had 40 reviews. It didn't take much longer next time. My reviews have been a bit better with this. This is also before I adjusted my Anki FRS settings, but I'm sure I wrote that in here somewhere. The actual intermediate grammar sentences do feel quite hard to grind right now, so I'll probably will come back to it later when I have more grammar concepts understood, as I think they're a bit too advanced, and my Talk to Me in Korean level in terms of the textbooks it's at level 4 right now. And I just worked through my sentence mining deck on kimchi, which I have continued to do. Well, I've been doing that every day ever since, actually, which is really good. Love doing that, actually. I think it's my favorite part of my Anki reviews. And over this month, I have kind of felt like I've been plateauing with Korean, at least on this date, even though I have been spending a lot of time studying and immersing. However, I did watch Ipyole Pulyohan, Lost in Starlight, and I surprised with myself with how much I was able to understand from listening. And it was a short 1 hour 30 movie / animation, so the dialogue was pretty simple compared to what's in Korean dramas, which is what I usually spend most of my time immersing in. So, which made me kind of want to get back into web dramas that meet me at my level a bit more. However, I said that then, but I didn't watch too much web dramas this month. I did mostly focus on Korean dramas. I watched Lost in Starlight twice, actually. I loved this movie. It was actually new as of this time. I do recommend it, and I watched it. I'll probably watch it again soon without subtitles, just because I loved it so much, and I could surprise myself with how much I could understand of that story in that movie. So I was actually really happy with that. And the 21st, I had this realization that my Anki FRS settings were all messed up. Oops. Which is why my reviews have been so long. So what you really should do is you should optimize your FRS deck probably once a month, or at least when you start, maybe once every week or 2 weeks. I didn't optimize it at all until this point. So please optimize it. And what you should do is you should run an FRS simulation for 365 days, which is 10 years, and set the desired attention to whatever that simulation suggests. I can show that in a bit. I might just show it now. Let's go into Anki. I'll quickly show that because it's kind of important, right? So if we go to this deck, options, what you should do is you should make sure you press optimize or optimize all presets, whatever you like. Come down here to compute minimum recommended retention. Type 365 days in there. Press compute. It's going to give you a number. And then you want to put that number in here. It'll give you a minimum recommended retention, and you should put the minimum recommended retention as your desired retention up here in FRS. And yeah, make sure you just optimize whenever you need to. So yeah, do that. If you haven't done that, do that. Don't be me and not realize you should be doing that if you're using FRS. That was a mistake, because now, as soon as I did that, my reviews got so much shorter. And yeah, so obviously I watched some web dramas on the 24th and I understood a lot of the dialogue. And I did check out Kimchi Reader's recommendation system, and I should use that more because there's a lot of good stuff there, and it's you can sort it based on how much comprehension you have. On the 25th, I finished the level 3 textbook and workbook, and so I've started the level 4 textbook. I actually haven't done the workbook. I'm kind of just going to focus on the textbooks from now on, because I'm not finding the actual workbook to be that useful, and I think I want to spend more of my time immersing instead of doing workbook questions. On the 26th, I watched a nice video on some language immersion. I think it was by Korean Patch. Yeah, it was. And kind of just reiterating to myself that you're not in control of the language learning process. All you can do is to just encourage it to happen at the maximum rate. And just because you are a noob, what did I even write there? Just even if you're not making any progress, it doesn't actually mean you are making progress. Just know that even if it feels like you're not making progress, you're still making progress. But anyway, let's go onto the stats. So at the end of the month, I was up to Talk to Me in Korean level 4, lesson 5. Kimchi reader, 617 known words. Anki studied 31 of 31 days. This many reviews, this many young cards, and that many mature cards. So we might go into the stats just to chuck it up here for fun. Collection, last 12 months. Give it a quick scroll. Not going to talk about it too much, but it seems good. Retention seems okay. Happy with that. Mature cards, high enough. Young cards, high enough. Such is good. Good to see. We'll go to our window here. You can see known scene. Very cool. Toggle. I studied immersed in 72 hours. I've got 27 hours of priming, 27 hours of free flow, 4.5 hours of intensive, 13 hours of passive. I would like to, hopefully this will get reduced in the next month because I won't be doing the workbooks, and that my immersion will cover a higher percentage, but there you go. Other than that, I don't really have too much to update on. So I'm happy with my progress this month, though. I do feel like I'm understanding a bit more compared to last month, especially in terms of my listening, because I've been trying to, when I'm watching Korean dramas, I'm trying to actually turn off Korean subtitles because I keep finding myself trying to read the Korean subtitles instead of watch and listen to the actual Korean drama. So I want to focus more on my listening. So I'm probably going to keep doing a lot of that because I think it's more important, and I don't want to keep reading subtitles when I really should be trying to listen a bit better. I think it's kind of distracting me a bit because my reading is a bit better than my listening, and I want to balance the two out a bit. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble for a few minutes. I'll see you in the next update in, the end of July, hopefully, this month. Okay, bye-bye.